I love it when some protagonist demonstrates his true inner self. Even if it's not proactive, they show their powers and make us more and more surprised. And I know you guys love it too. Hey, welcome to the channel, Anime Sensei. In today's video, I'm going to show you 10 anime with incredible moments of each main character showing his skills and powers. I hope you enjoy the video, and don't forget to sign up for the channel and also enter the channel on my Discord server. Link will be in the description. And now, we go to the video. Number 10. Madoka. Puella Magi Madoka Magica. Madoka Kanan is a very happy 14-year-old who's always willing to help people. One night, she has a dream where a mysterious girl is fighting a strange creature. The next day, Akemi Homura, the girl from her dream, goes to her school as a transferred student. After this strange happening, the life of Madoka becomes a nightmare. Upon finding a mysterious creature named Kyuubi, the creature makes a proposal for Madoka to become a Mahou Shoujo. However, being a Mahou Shoujo is a very difficult task, but Madoka takes on the challenge, and with that gains more confidence in herself. She defeats the witches quite effectively using her weapon, which is a bow and arrow that when used has a high destructive power, with only one shot destroying your opponent. We can see this in the last episode of Mata Magica Puella Magi. Number 9. Tony Chopper. One Piece. He's a reindeer and a doctor from the crew of the Straw Hat Pirates. Chopper is a reindeer who ate a fruit that let him gain the ability to transform and reason as a human. He's the 6th member and the only one of the crew that was born on the Grand Line, on an island called Drum. Tony has several ways to disguise himself among humans, such as Brain Point, which helps Chopper analyze his opponent using the human brain and the reindeer brain. Heavy Point uses the human form and looks like an extremely tall and strong gorilla man. There's also Kung Fu Point, Monster Point, Jumping Point, Arm Point, Horn Point, and Guard Point. Number 8. Ayana Koji. Classroom of the Elite. Ayana Koji is a calm and unpretentious boy who has never been good at making friends and prefers to keep his distance. He's a student of Class D, a room in which the school puts some inferior students. What no one knows is that he has incredible abilities for one human, since his intelligence and body are developed to the extreme because of some events that occurred in his past. As things happen, Ayana Koji shows more of his true identity and reveals his overall strategic skills, especially Horikita, making them quite apparent to some people from other more prestigious classes in his school. Number 7. Rimuru Tempest. Tensei Shitara Slime Dadaken. Rimuru Tempest has always been charismatic and very kind, for having the form of a small sludge with powers. He was a normal man, although he reincarnated in this reality. The fact is that the character was portrayed as a great savior for the monstrous people of the Jura Forest. But Rimuru does not only seek to unite all the resident species in that place, for the promise he made to his friend in that world is to free him from an eternal prison at all costs. For this, he gathers several races and creates his own kingdom while seeking to take the dragon Veldora from a powerful ceiling. In addition, he relies on 2 skills acquired when he was about to die in ancient life. The Great Sage, which allows him to gain unlimited knowledge about this world, and Predator, a talent used to devour anything and absorb all aspects and abilities. Rimuru has a blue color with a viscous and rounded appearance, plus 2 scratches representing his eyes. His form is similar to a girl with great silver blue hair and golden eyes. Besides being genderless, being asexual, he uses this body constantly for battles and locomotion. As for his dress, he has several options, all created by his Shuna, and always wears the mask of his late friend, Shizu, able to hide his magical powers. Number 6. Aladdin. Magi, the Kingdom of Magic. Aladdin is the son of King Solomon and Queen Sheba, and is the 4th Magi of the present era. Aladdin is a traveler who's always looking for adventures in the desert. He does this in search of mysteries about himself and goes on quests for dungeons, which are buildings that harbor monsters, genies, and riches. In his adventures, he wears a turban that's also a flying carpet, and of course he carries a flute in which a genie lives. Aladdin is a very friendly child. His powers consist of super strength, speed, agility, endurance, flying, disintegrating magic. He can paralyze his enemies, can see the souls of the dead, possesses infinite magic, can absorb enemy attacks to give more power to his, can create a barrier that defends against malicious attacks. He can manipulate energy, manipulate fire, manipulation of gravity. He can distort space, thus avoiding attacks, can heat water inside opponents' bodies. Spells of illusion, telepathy, he can share memories, censor, has a resistance to mind control or illusions. It is not that he's a magi. Number 5. Zeno, Dragon Ball Super. Zeno is the king of the 12 universes and is known to be the most important god of all. His personality is like that of a child, but when he's irritated, his innocence can cause destruction. Zeno has several powers, like being faster than light, and this differs from the other gods because it's faster than all the gods of destruction. He also has multiversal resistance because he managed to survive his own blow. We can't forget that he has the ability to manipulate the opponent's Kai, fly, and of course, is Goku's best friend. Number 4. Selim Bradley, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Selim Bradley, what can we say about him? Only son of the ruler Amastrix, Salem was created from the Philosopher's Stone that provided him with immortality. Thanks to her, Salem does not age and continues to look like a child forever. Generally well-dressed in social clothing typical of a boy of the aristocratic family of the early 20th century. Apparently, he's a docile child. But not everyone knows that behind a beautiful little face hides a villain who hates humanity. When he becomes a villain, his eyes become blood red. When his gluttonous powers are activated, the color of his eyes becomes purple. He can control shadows, and through the light he can teleport to many places, with its shadows attacking the enemy until your bones are plucked, because his shadows have teeth. Number 3. Escanor, Nanatsu no Taizai. This man has great power during the day and is the weakest in the universe overnight. He represents the Lion of Pride and is part of the 7 deadly sins. His clothes were created with adaptations to become intentionally larger to conform to their size during the day. Escanor possesses an extreme force of power through the solar rays, and this happens during noon. He can release in one attack, becoming an invincible man, and we can't forget his axe that can be called by him from a distance via telekinesis. How incredible is that? Number 2. Shigeo Kageyama, Mob Psycho 100. Psychic powers are not necessary to survive. Do you recognize this phrase? I think so, do you not? Well, Shigeo Kageyama is 14 years old and years ago discovered that his powers are linked to his emotions. Negative emotions can lead you to hurt someone. Fortunately, he goes to extreme measures to prevent this from happening. This teenager has several powers, such as telekinesis, telepathy, flight, energy absorption, barrier creation, energy manipulation, plant manipulation, resistance to mental manipulation. However, he does not like to use 100% of his powers, which leaves him quite vulnerable. Saitama from One Punch Man. This incredible hero is the protagonist of One Punch Man. Capable of defeating any enemy with just one punch, Saitama became the strongest man in the universe. Some people would say that he uses some trick to have this superpower. Well, not everyone knows, but Saitama definitely trained until he went bald. However, he has to deal with his existential problems, which unfortunately affects the rest of the world and has made him an apathetic man. Well guys, that's it for today's video. I really hope you liked it, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more videos. Hugs, and I'll see you later.